What up, everyone? We've got Lootaku here. So this is actually the box of August. This is the last box of August. This is the box I've been waiting on. So, funny story, all the boxes of August were extremely late. I don't know why. It's kind of weird that all the companies were late for different reasons. Due to shipping, due to items arriving late. Everyone had a different reason, but it's funny it all happened in August. The reason this is so incredibly late, because we're almost in October now. They had an item they were waiting for, which came very late, so it didn't ship till partway through September, even though it was the box of August. Then it comes from Hong Kong, so it took a while to get here. So, a little bit late for them, a lot late for me. But the good news is, I'm going to continue with the boxes of September, and I already did, I think the DC one, so I'm just going to do them as they come. The whole monthly review will still be just for August, and then I'll just continue so I don't get behind. Anyway, I heard this one has Dragon Ball items in it, from what I heard, and I think it also has One Piece, and I think something else. I can't remember. I saw an announcement of it, because they were talking about the late shipment, and I was curious where it was, so I did look that up, but we'll see what we got. I think last month was the Dragon Ball one, I believe. And I liked it. I thought it was really cool. I love the Dragon Ball stuff. So let's take a look at what we got. Alright. Put this somewhere. First item. Looks like... Okay, just looks like a decorative flag. This is obviously the flag from One Piece. Seems really nice in quality, though. I can feel it's not like cheaply made or anything. And it's got like some nice leather little cuffs on the corners, so you can put pinholes through it. So that's pretty cool. Much just like a poster, but this is just a flag. Decorative flag from One Piece. So I myself have not actually checked out One Piece, not because it doesn't look good. It looks like a good show and I've heard good things about it. The only reason I haven't is because there's so many episodes to it. Same with Naruto, I think is the other thing that comes in here. Something like that, but there's just so many episodes to them. Hundreds and hundreds, it's just like, when do I have time to watch a couple hundred episodes, and it's hard to catch up, but eventually I'd like to watch it, because it does look like a legit good show, and it's been around a long time, so I do want to check it out. Alright, first main item here, looks like a statue, and this is Dragon Ball Z. We've got Super Saiyan 3 Goku, so that's pretty cool, I like that. And I've heard of this Crane King before, and it's from band Presto, which does really good stuff. I've seen these sculptures before. Just recently, I was at Long Beach Comic Con, and I was checking these out. They actually sell them in Target, too, surprisingly. But they're really nicely sculpted. They're PVC, I believe. Something like that. They're not resin, so they're not stone or anything. They're either PVC or vinyl or something like that. But they're really well sculpted. They actually look really nice, and they have high detail. The only bad news about it is this is probably one of my least favorite characters. I don't know what it is. I love all the Dragon Ball characters. I've never liked Super Saiyan 3. Super Saiyan 1's cool, 2 is awesome, 4 is awesome, and all the imaginary 5, 6 are cool. I've never liked 3. I don't know what it was. It was just they were too different. The hair grows really long. I think what always bugged me is that their eyebrows disappeared. And you can see on this figure, Super Saiyan 3, for some reason, long hair and no eyebrows. And I always thought that was just weird. So I've never liked Super Saiyan 3. Not their fault or anything. I'm guessing there was option of more than one figure, so maybe I'll be able to trade some, because these are really nice in quality. I do genuinely like these figures, or these statues, call them. I'm just not a fan of Super Saiyan 3. But, you know, that's just me. I like pretty much any other character from Dragon Ball except that. He was the only one who ever went Super Saiyan 3. No one else ever did, because Vegeta skipped from 2 to 4. So it's cool that he was the only one that did it, but, you know, whatever. Alright, looks like we got another statue. This is from One Piece. And this looks like the whole monochromatic style, where it's just like the gray tone of the statue. Can I open this without damaging it? Well, I can pretty much see the quality on the box. I don't know if I should go through the trouble of opening it. But it looks cool. And again, I haven't checked out One Piece, but this statue, just from looking at the picture of it, I'm assuming the statue looks like that. I kind of don't want to break the tape. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep it or sell it or not. But it looks legit. It looks good. And it's from the same company, same as this. You can see the same box style. It's from Crane King and band Presto, the SC, or S Cultures style. So same quality, same sculpt, so that's really cool. I wish I had a little more appreciation for it, knowing the exact character, more about it, but that's still a really good quality statue. And this is something we don't see much in America, is statues. We rarely ever even get big figure. The closest we have is like the 6-inch Pop figures. but we rarely ever see those in a box, or just in general. And I wouldn't even consider those statues. Those are still just oversized pop figures, but this is what I like about the foreign boxes. I love statues. Alright, yeah, I was right. So, this is just a pop figure from Naruto, and again, I think it's safe to assume, safe to assume that there was probably, most likely, more than one option for pop figures. So this is just one of them I got. And again, haven't checked out Naruto because there's just like 1,000 episodes of it, so I'll get around to it eventually. It still looks like a legit good show. Haven't checked it out, so, you know, it is what it is. Alright, it looks like we got some smaller stuff in here. Alrighty. Okay, this is cool. So we got a little Vegeta figure. Kind of random. I don't know what this is from. Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. Get a close-up here. So we got Vegeta. Little focus. And he's got a little broom and he's sweeping. I was just going to say I've never seen this before. And then I realized it says up there, this is from Super Dragon Ball. So Super Dragon Ball is the new Dragon Ball continuation. They kind of just erased GT from the map and are saying it never happened. This new timeline, they're continuing the Dragon Ball with Akira Toriyama doing the show again. Again, I have not checked that out because I'm waiting for the English dub of it. Because I don't like watching shows in one language and then seeing the translation and being confused about stuff. I just like to stick to one, so I'm just going to wait for it to come to America and then binge watch whatever show whatever they have of it. So I haven't kept up with it on purpose, though. This is one I will definitely watch. As far as I've seen, most of the characters are the same. They're adding new people, so I'm guessing this is something from the show, which I'll get eventually. But I obviously recognize it as Vegeta. He looks kind of funny, but it looks like a really good quality figure. I'll definitely keep that. And let's see what company. Yeah, same thing. Crane King, Van Presto. They really do great stuff, though. And it looks like there's a... Okay, so this is actually a series of just Vegetas, which I just realized. You can see on the side here, different versions of Vegeta. That's really cool. I might collect that series. I really like that. Because Vegeta was my favorite character. He was always my favorite, so I might actually go through and collect all these. Hopefully they're not too expensive. Figures of these size usually run like 15 to 18 bucks, so may not collect them all, but we'll see. Alright, and this is something else from Naruto. This looks more like cosplay. It looks just like the headband he wears, so I'm assuming that's more for like cosplay, costuming type of thing. Yeah, that's pretty much all I can say about it. A few other characters wear it. That's what that is. Little cosplay. And the last item looks like a little replica sword from something. Oh, this looks like from One Piece, I think. So this looks like the sword to the character of the statue we just got. Looks like a little replica of his sword. So that's really cool. And it looks like it comes with a little display mount so you can put that up. Looks like pretty decent quality. It's not sharpened, so unfortunately it's not a letter opener because I have a little sword here I use to open my packages. So it looks like it's just for display, but it looks like very nice in quality. So there's that. And, okay, one more item. I think this is a comic. Random damage. I'm not sure what this is. So it looks like a Lootaku. It says Lootaku original, so maybe this is a comic they're creating. Let's take a look. So it definitely looks like a comic. But it says Lootaku original, so maybe this is. I think I have heard them mention this before, that there's a comic series that they were going to start, so maybe this is it. One group up, random damage, Legend of the Seven. So I'm guessing that's what that is. Smells brand new, so I can only assume until I read the card that this is an original series that Lootaku is putting out. So I must assume this company is doing quite well if they have the means to create their own comic. So that's very good. But yeah, so far so good. So even though I don't, I definitely recognize all the franchises here, which is good. I don't recognize the specific characters because I haven't watched all these shows. But regardless of that, quality alone, it's very nice. The pop figure is something we see very often in America there and here, so no big deal. But the rest of the stuff is more things from Japan, China, Hong Kong, like those areas. So that's cool stuff. That's what we like to see. So that was all the items in the box. I'll take a short little break and I'll do some research. We'll talk about some value, and then we'll come back and give this box a rating. See you soon. Alright, we are back. So let's talk about some value on this box. Now, Lootaku is one of the few companies that is actually nice enough to give you values of all the items on there. I think they're pretty much the only company that I know of that I still get a box from that actually gives you the values and tells you the overall value of it, which is really nice. It's surprising that they do that. most companies would kind of shy away from it, and most companies' values you wouldn't really line up with reality. They're usually pretty close on the value, and it's not that they're wrong, it's just that there's a big difference there between America and Asia. Things cost a different price there than they cost over here, and vice versa. Things like pop figures, we get here super cheap, less than $10. Over there, depending on what it is, it might be a little more expensive because they have to have it shipped over. And vice versa with like Banpresto and Crane King and things like that. We have to pay for people to ship it all the way over to us, and so on and so forth. So the values don't always line up, so that's why I still give my own values for people here in America. This month they were actually pretty close, and part of the reason was there was such a big selection for everything. So we'll start off with the flag. The flag was a little hard to do because there are very, very cheap replicas out there. But like I was saying, this is actually pretty nice quality. It feels like a good nylon texture. And it does have like the leather little corners to it. So you can hang it up nicely without having to put a tack hole into it. So the quality on this one's a little bit nicer. So I said 8 to 10. And that's what they said too. So I think that's a fair price because it's a little bit nicer in quality. But you can find much cheaper knockoffs out there for as low as like $4 or $5. But they're not going to be as good in quality. But it's a simple design, so it doesn't really matter too much. Next, so our bigger DBZ figures. So I was right. There was a selection of quite a few different figures you could have got. And I was also right. I got the one I like the least. So if anyone out there also got this box or has any extra of this series, I'll happily trade them because I want pretty much any figure except this one. But other than that, deciding on the figure, they're all very nice in quality. This is a very good company, and they do good stuff. So the only thing that's hard about it, since there's so many figures, it's hard to give a value. Because you can give a general value to this quality of figure, and that's what I did. And the value is going to be 30 to 35. And the reason for that is because it kind of depends on which character. Characters like Goku are going to be more popular because he's like the main guy, whereas like regular Goku or Trunks that's not Super Saiyan may be a little less popular. Not a huge difference because they stuck to the main three here like Goku, Vegeta, and Trunks, so they're all pretty popular, but it kind of depends on which one. Super Saiyan 3 might be a little less popular depending. I like it a little bit less, but so there's kind of a range there. And like I was saying, you can get these figures at Target. Not this one specifically, but you can get the Super Saiyan God version of Goku, which was $35, but they also have Krillin, which was only $20, so it just kind of depends on the character. But surprisingly, like I said, Target has them. That's so crazy. These exact ones from Japan. That's so weird that Target has them. Anyway, next, the One Piece figure of the same style. So I was actually looking up this character. I cannot figure out how to pronounce his name. Trafalgar Law. He seems like a really badass character, by the way. He seems really cool. He's got tattoos and shit. But anyway, this one I really like, even though I don't know any of the characters. I didn't see it listed on the ones you could have got, actually. I got a black and white version, which I'm pretty happy with. He looks really cool. Even though I don't know the character, I might still keep it because it just looks really nice. I like the quality of it. But again, you had the option of a lot of different figures, so same situation. It kind of depends on who you got. So the range is 25 to 35 there. So it's kind of a big range. But it's still up there because they're such nice figures. They really are great in quality. Next, the smaller Dragon Ball Z had an even wider selection. Like, look at all those figures you got to choose from. From, like, really popular characters to really lesser-known characters. Like, there's the Witch in there, and there's also, like, Master Roshi in there. And we got things like popular characters like Frieza, and we also have Goku in. So you got pretty much everyone there. But I'm very happy with my Vegeta one. I think I'm going to go collect more. They call these WCF figures. They're World Collectible Figures. Why they call them that, I don't know. But they're really nice in quality. They're small. There's a lot of different series out there. They do tons of different characters. So I'm really happy with that. But again, so many different characters. The range is very high. Some are as cheap as 10. Some go as high as 15. Really rare ones can even go higher than that. But I'll give it a $10 to $15 range. I've actually seen these in my local comic shop. They overcharge for them. They want $17 a piece, but you can just see that these are very nice. They're very nice in quality. They're not mystery boxes. You know which character you're getting, but they're very nice in quality. So I like them a lot, and I think I might actually start collecting some of those series, specifically this one. So I'm pretty happy with that. Next, our Pop figure. This is the only thing that we're very comfortable and familiar with here in America, but we get these very easily. Depending on where you get it from, as cheap as like 7 or 8. Usually around 10, so I'm going to put a general value of about $10 because it kind of depends. In Japan, certain characters might be harder to get, The anime characters, I'm sure they have commonly there, but other ones may be harder for them to get there, and that's what I said they should usually steer away from. They put one in there, no big deal, but in months before, they put a lot of American stuff in there, which is good for the people they're selling to in Hong Kong, but bad for us here because we're paying a premium price to get things we already have, because this company buys things from America, it gets shipped to Hong Kong, they repackage it and then ship it right back to us. So much money gets lost in transit and things we already have here. So for people in America, we would much rather have things that we don't get, things that are exclusive to Asia that we don't really see here. So the fact that we only got one, no big deal. We like all the other stuff, but general value of around 10 bucks on that. Then, our little sword replica. This isn't going for a terribly large amount. It's going to be about $10 to $15. There are different ones out there. I think we just have the option of this one. There are different ones out there, so it kind of depends, but around $10 to $15. It is very nicely done. The sword is actually metal, so it's good quality to it, so that's very nicely done there. And then the headband. Where do you put it? Well, it's around here somewhere. You saw it when I was showing it off. I showed it earlier. It has rolled away somewhere. But anyway, the forehead piece with the little Naruto emblem, only like $5 to $9. It's not horribly rare. It's not hard to recreate. Quality on it's decent, like not amazing, but that's kind of the value they gave to. The last item. I was writing this exclusive comic, and I think I did remember hearing about this. They had a contest, and it shows the guy on here. He's a contest winner, and he got to help design one of the main characters for it. So that was the contest they were going for. It is exclusive to the box. They valued it themselves at $4. You know, I think that's pretty fair. This is not obviously not sold in stores anywhere, but that's a general comic value. Most comics, doesn't matter what it is, they usually go for $3.99. So I think that's fair. It probably doesn't have a huge resale value whatsoever, but I think it's fair enough to just give them the common comic price for that. I think that's justified. I'm okay with that. So that was all the items in the box. So we got a good amount of items, and we did get really good value, and they were remarkably close on pretty much all the values there. It didn't really vary very much because they had things that weren't here in America. When they put more American stuff, the values are pretty skewed, but this month they were pretty spot on. So, that brings our total value on the low end of $102 and on the high end of $133. This box, to get it in America, is a little over $60. Very expensive. But we got pretty much double our value, which is extremely hard for foreign boxes to do. That's something I've said you're almost never going to see, is a foreign box giving you double the value. And by foreign, I mean outside your continent, not just outside the country. So for people that are getting in Hong Kong, they don't have to pay the huge shipping prices, so they're really getting a huge deal there. So I can see why it's so popular there. But to us here in America, we have to pay tons for shipping, especially for such a huge box. But the fact that they can still give almost double the value is pretty impressive. And they really did give nice quality. Not only did they give things that we don't see much here in America, they actually showed me a series that I was unaware of, which is hard to do for someone like me. Obviously, I'm kind of in the game here, and I know about all this shit, and Dragon Ball is one of my favorite things, so the fact that they can introduce me into a series I haven't seen is pretty impressive. That's kind of a big deal. And the other stuff, like I said, just amazing quality. They really have nice sculpts to it. The pop was okay. It just seems like filler, but, you know, that's how it is in America. But really nice quality. Not quite double the value, but pretty much on the high end you got it. Varies depending on what characters you got, but they had good franchises, good series, Naruto, One Piece, Dragon Ball. I think those are some of the most popular animes out there that have been around for a very long time, and I think pretty much anyone would like this box. So as far as a rating, I'm going to give it a 7.5, but I might go a little bit higher after I hear what you guys think about it. I want to hear your opinions and thoughts on it, and hear what you guys thought about this box. And I think I might bring a little higher value, because I'm pretty happy with it, and I'm pretty impressed with it. This is probably the highest value they've ever given. They haven't been known for their value in the past. They've been pretty low on the value, and that's what's brought down their score. But they did pretty great, and overall, there's really nothing I have to complain about. But anyway, let's talk about it in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about it. Give me your opinions on the box, the figures, the shows, everything. Let's talk about it. So, thank you so much for watching. This has been Lootaku, 7.5 on the box. So I'm going to continue with the boxes of September. Then when I get some time and get caught up, I'll probably do a monthly review of August, because it doesn't really matter when I do that. It's not time sensitive per se. But anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Love y'all. Peace.